of the season, and only 3 minutes in, his team had the lead. Kieran Martin burst into the Shells penalty box. The initial effort was blocked. The flick across the face of goal from Gary Beckett was met by Mark Farron. A dream start for the home side. Shells were almost 2 goals down inside the opening 10 minutes. Barry Malloy crashed a shot against the bar from the edge of the box. A great run from Paddy McCourt caused all sorts of problems for the Shells defence. The strike on goal was collected by Dean Delaney at the second attempt. Bobby Ryan had Shelbourne's first effort on goal. Clive Delaney headed out on Heary's cross, but Ryan was well wide. Late in the first half, Shells had a penalty appeal turned down by referee Ian Stokes. Ollie Cahill went down under the challenge from Malloy. The official pointed for a corner. Shells clearly felt somewhat hard done by, but Derry took a 1-goal lead into the break. Early in the second half, Derry also had a shout for a penalty. Jim Crawford was deemed to have fouled Kieran Martin, but outside the box, according to the referee. Shells manager Pat Fenlon made 2 changes 8 minutes into the second half, introducing Glenn Crowe and Richie Baker at the expense of Wes Houlihan and Alan Reynolds. And Crowe it was who drew Shells level. He met Bobby Ryan's free kick and managed to squeeze the ball past David Ford. Killian Brennan came close to restoring Derry's lead 6 minutes later when he struck the bar. The game was heading for a draw, in many ways the perfect result for Cork City, but a Corkman was to make a telling contribution. Delaney punched Kevin Deering's free kick only as far as Sean Hargan. His shot was charged down, but substitute Stephen O'Flynn made the most of his opportunity. It's now 23 games unbeaten for Derry, but for Shelbourne, the concession of a late goal is a crushing blow to the prospect of a third successive league title.
I didn't really think about it, to be honest. It just dropped and I swung my right leg at it, to be honest, you know. And as I say, I come in Tuesday as myself and a few of the strikers doing a bit extra, and it just goes to show it pays off, you know.
Well, we're just thrilled because Shelbourne are the champions 2 years in a row, and for us to come here tonight when they've been on a run of 5 wins and beat them in the Brandywell is a great win for us. It's a significant win that we needed, and we knew the importance of it, and it didn't look like it was going to come, so to win it so late was very satisfying. 7 games left now, and we've got to maximise the amount of points in them 7 games. That's the target. See how many games we can win in that 7. And if we win a right few of them, we have a chance, no doubt about that.
Yes, indeed. Well, Paul, Derry go marching on, and certainly getting a lot of late goals this season, and I suppose that's how leagues are won.
Absolutely, yes. Geez, I've lost count now of the amount of times they've got either a late equaliser or a late winner, but you know, the game goes on for 90 minutes, and the case there the other night was 93rd minute I think they scored in, so they're playing to the final whistle, and when you get into the habit of winning games, you know, you always feel that you're going to get something toward the end of a game, and that's what they've done recently. Is that the end for Shells now, do you feel? I think it is. 9 points behind with 7 games to go. I can't see, you know, either Cork or Derry losing, dropping 9 points between now and the end of the season, so it looks like, you know, it might be over for them this year. OK, let's look back at the main incidents in the game, Paul. Besides the goals, there were 2 claims for penalties turned on, one for either side. Yeah, they were contentious decisions, and, you know, referees make decisions. This, I think, is definitely Stonewall penalty. I mean, it's good play between Houlihan and Ollie Cahill. Malloy gets back. He doesn't get much on the ball for me, and you can see by the look in his face. You see here, Cahill gets to the ball first. Malloy, now look, he gets up and he has the look of a guilty man for me, the way he turns around. He thinks he's giving away a penalty. Unfortunately for Shells, the ref didn't see it that way. And then the same for Derry here. It's definitely a free. Martin's taken down. He does well surging into the box like that. And the referee's decision is that it was outside the box. That's his decision, so they just have to live with it. You can see here, Martin surges into the box, does well. There is contact with Crawford. Whether it's inside or outside, you know, it's hard to tell. And the referee's got to make a decision on the spot there. And the decision he makes is that it's a free in rather than a penalty. That's the way it goes. Sometimes you get them for you, sometimes you don't. And as we mentioned, Derry keep going late on in matches and they get the reward again. Yeah, this is an injury time. Big Clive's causing all kinds of problems. Comes out to Hargan, deflection of Flynn, and that's an emphatic finish. You know, he done that against Cork early on in the season, got a crucial goal. And he's got one there again. Derry plays the long ball in, gets it in well. Keeper comes, you can see the defenders going back to cover on the line. Maybe one of them might have been better to challenge. I don't know. Falls out there to Hargan. It takes deflection off the lane again, falls to Flynn, and he buries that into the net. That's a great finish, and you know, they deserve to win it by all accounts. They had plenty of chances. Shells might feel a little bit unlucky with the penalty, but then Derry can say the same. So, you know, it's just Derry go marching on.
Yeah, indeed, and they're loving Stephen O'Flynn down in Cork. He even got his hair dyed like John O'Flynn, actually. No relation, by the way, but...
Centre forwards union.
Since Stephen Kenny's taken over at Derry, he certainly is the hoodoo son, hasn't he, over Shelbourne. He has a great record over Shelbourne since he's gone to Derry.
I think he's a great record over most people since he's gone to Derry. Unbeaten in 23 games, probably with Shells, you know. I think things like that just happen, you know. I don't think it's anything to do with Shells or anything personally he has against the Shelbourne Football Club. It just so happens that he has a good record against them, but overall he's a great record.
Well, Pat, unbeaten in 23 for Derry, and they certainly have a great character this side. Compared to last year, they've come so far and still on course for a treble. Incredible,
they've got great spirit, great character, and they keep going. As you said, the amount of goals they've scored in the last few minutes has been unbelievable, and it just shows you, though, you look at Hargan when it drops to him, he takes a shot, it takes a deflection off Delaney and lands right off Flynn's feet, and sometimes that's just a little bit of luck you need. You know,
yeah, unfortunately we didn't get a reaction from Shelbourne after the match, but Pat Fenlon obviously will be very disappointed to lose that, because if they had won that, well, they were still in it.
They've done well, to be fair, they've done well recently. I mean, I think they won 5 in the bounce before that. But to ask them to win the last 10 was going to be extremely hard. I think they lost it in the middle season when they had a bad run, and as I said, to win 10 on the trot, it's just too much to ask of any team.
OK, Pat. Well, with Derry claiming their dramatic win over Shelbourne on Friday night, the pressure is back